It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton, and we're just about set to get this wild card series underway. Singy, game one has outsized importance in a three-game set.
Yeah, Boog, it's a huge game. There's no doubt about it. Players are always talking about setting the tone in game one of a series. Well, in a three-game series, that might be the only tone that gets set. So this is no ordinary series opener.
First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Sonny Gray.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
About to get started here for game one. Here's the second baseman. Base hit, center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
What a stop. There's one. And two. What a play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. This ball's chopped in the ground. They'll throw to first. That's the inning. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Back now at Fenway. And getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Leading off, Jarren Duran. Up the middle. Henderson whips it to first on the run, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Duran gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. This to center field. And it falls. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. The 2-1. And there's a ball.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first-inning lead.
On the ground, Holiday. The flip to second, and that's a double play. Wow.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
That one finds the zone. That's strike two. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the inning. On to the second from Fenway Park. No score.
That's the goal. I still win with my back against the rope. I can't take it now, that's a no.
On now to the top half of inning number 2. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning. No score here in the second. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well. Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, but we love being a part of these games.
High chopper to third. Goes to second for one. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Into center. Anthony grabs it on the run. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. Here's a high chopper. Whips it to Mountcastle, and quickly one away in the second.
The second baseman,
That's in there. That is strike 2. Makes the catch for the second out.
The catcher,
and now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. 2 down, nobody on. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that. We'll move to the third with no score. Game 1 of this wild card series. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. That one fouled off. 2-2 down. Swing and a ground ball. Sends it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Batting in, the catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
right side, and that's just foul.
Talking about this series matchup, it's always a little strange to face a division opponent in the postseason, but we're starting to see it happen more often with the new format. Playing each other in these games really cranks up the heat on division rivalries.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Two down, nobody on. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first, and the Orioles set down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here in Boston, Joe stepping in for Boston. Cedar Rafaela. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Henderson sends it to first. Out on a bang-bang play. It was a bang-bang play at first, Siggy, so let's take another look at the throw that made it possible to get the out.
No doubt that 85-mile-per-hour heater was the difference on this play, according to StatCast. It looked like a blur going across the infield from up here, and they just got the out.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And a swing and a miss, and that quickly 2 away.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Ground ball left side. Now the throw to first on the run, and they get the out. On to the fourth, still scoreless. On to the fourth. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jackson Holliday. The 1-1.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, number 2.
Way inside. Line drive. And there's one down.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Pete Alonso. The 2-1. And that's down and away. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
Swing and a pop-up. Gonzalez moving under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
2 outs, runners at first and second. And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. Battling here as he fouls it away. At the ball. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's the third out. 2 left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom 4, Joe stepping in for Boston. Roman Anthony. 1-1 now. Back up the middle and a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning. Mansingi, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, but, I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
On the ground, 2 ball. Throws to Henderson. 2 gone as they hit into their second double play in the first 4 innings.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Here comes Wilson Contreras. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And out of here. He deposits that one into the monster seats. A solo shot. The Red Sox score first. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
To third, and that's foul. Here's a 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That K is his 3rd of the game. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now 1-0. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Going to count 1 and 2. This one's smoked on its way out of here. And we have a tie ball game. It's 1-1.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. Up the middle. Gets to it with a slide. To first. And he gets him. Nicely done.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Inside. Ball 3. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Up next for the Orioles, the right fielder, number 9, Tyler.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Out to short, Rafaela. Rolls across the diamond, and O'Neill is retired. And that's the inning. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Head to the bottom of the 5th. So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. Ball to strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, Barber.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a ball in 2 strikes. Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. In the air, right field. O'Neill moving under it. 2 down.
Number 3, shortstop,
Cedar Rafaela, the next to hit. The 1-2. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding error.
Man on second, 2 down. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Keegan Aiken, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Number 76 getting cranked up as well. Here's a 2-2. This one in the air, center field. Cowser going back on this one. And that will end the inning. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. 5 innings complete. All tied 1-1. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game.
I won't put their name in the song. I've been in the zone. Calling my from jail, just praying they pick up the phone. Try to get to come get it with me. If they was too busy, I'll get it alone. Watch how you approach. Young and a ghost. I'm blessed like I run with the Pope. If I'm on the yacht, got my on the boat. I'm not like you, they wanna be broke. When it got cold, I wanted a coat. My uncle was tripping, he wanted some. I'm trying to be the richest little you know. This paper get thrown, so you pick up the most.
Jackson Holiday getting ready to hit.
Second baseman, Jackson Holiday.
That one ripped. And a quick out, number 1.
the bat, number 2, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
That misses the zone. Full count now. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
That was just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
The polar bear, as he was dubbed by his former teammate Todd Frazier. This one in the air. Rafaela. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Now pitching for the
Back
Orioles.
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Keegan Aiken.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the left fielder, Jared Sherman.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Movement in the bullpen. Andrew Kittredge, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Bautista warming up as well. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Red Sox,
Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. Aiken, a 6-foot lefty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put them in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Man at second. Slider misses outside. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. He scores and they have the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. The 2-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Up the middle. And that's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Keegan Aiken out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, number 76.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. The 1-1. That one way inside. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ground ball could be 2. Here's Holiday for 1. A double play on the first batter he faces in relief.
Hey, they played the matchup right there. Worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying, and it one-hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Man on second, 2 down. Base hit into the outfield. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
This one in the air. Holiday. And that is that. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. 7th inning coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Orioles 1. Game 1 of this wild card series. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Sonny Gray will depart. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. Now on the bump, number 63. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Here's a 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Nope, how's that?
Two now. Stays alive. On the ground to third. Whips it across, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Orioles, the third baseman,
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. The 1-1. Now there's a bullet down the line. Fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
High fly ball out towards left field. On a dead sprint, racing back. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. In to score from third. And they cut the lead to 2.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Here's Adley Rutschman. The Red Sox holding on to a 2-run lead here in the late stages of Game 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most.
Got him looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Red Sox 4 and the Orioles 2. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the... Back in Boston, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Into center and a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Red Sox, the third baseman, Caleb.
Digging in, Caleb Durbin.
Ball, that's inside.
Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. And it hits off the monster. 1 run is in. The relay safe. And that's his 3rd hit. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Oh, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 76 departs, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute. Coming on for the Orioles, Yennier Cano.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have...
Hard hit left side. Henderson over to first in time. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. And it's second. That one is absolutely belted. Could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score. It's 7-2. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Picks himself up at RBI. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Breaking ball, and that got him. First and second, 1 out. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Two on, 1 out. And it's fouled off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Second baseman,
2 on, 2 outs. Hard on the ground to first. Mountcastle takes it to the bag, inning over, and it could have been worse. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Orioles 2. Back here at Fenway Park, ready to begin the 8th. Tyler O'Neill now at the plate. There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 63 is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Garrett Whitlock on the pitch here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of it.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And caught on the warning track.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Fall off foul. The Bo Sox leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one to first, and it goes just foul. Just misses with that one. And it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
You're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right side, hard hit. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Orioles 2. Back here at Fenway, so stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. The 1-1. High fly ball, right field. O'Neill under it. And there's one away.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
This one in the air, right field. Dives, and he can't hang on. So a man aboard now with one away. Caleb Durbin will hit next. Ball to strike. The pitch. To the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. On the ground, right side. Throws to Henderson. Back to first. Not in time.
Well, that was going to be a really tough one to turn 2 on. So a nice job to get the out at second right there. Hold on to the baseball. Shortstop clearly paid the price, but that kind of comes with the territory.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Yennier Cano gives way. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Dean Kramer.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now, Roman Anthony. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two on, 2 outs. And right back to the mound. Play made, that ends the inning. Boston strands a pair, but they're still on top 7-2. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. Back here at Fenway, here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Pete Alonso. And that drops in for a strike.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, number 3, Taylor.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball, that's 6 out.
Challenge from behind the dish here. So the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swings through it for the K. And the Orioles down to their final out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. I'll tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
On the ground to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Red Sox take the series opener here at home. So the Boston Red Sox off to the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game 1 in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up for this one. They had an impact, Luke, and their guys took care of business.
And on the other side of things, it'll be an elimination game in this same atmosphere in game 2. So that will be quite a test to keep their season alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us.